Shalom. I give all honor and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. The ones to the others, possible great meals, don't talk to the streets of the city, so teachers should hopefully let us spread out from another. This is going to be part two of his ways of judgment. This sound did cut out in part one, so I had to shorten part one. So I'm just doing part two. This is Joshua 1-8 reads, "This book of the law should not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that's written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." And this is a book of the law referring to this. Is referring to is known as the Torah. Okay, the 45 book of Moses. Okay, the Genesis or Exodus, Numbers, the Leviticus. Okay. Deuteronomy. Okay. Numbers. So we had to. Those books was written for the Israelites. Okay. We have to meditate during day and night on the word that's written on the law. Okay. Those and the law contains what? Judgment, right? It contains judgment. We have to do according to what the judgments say. We have to enforce the judgment. Okay, we cannot enforce it on this side. Okay, but the kingdom of heaven will be enforcing the judgment in the law. Okay, that will make doing that will make our way prosperous, and we'll have good success. Because right now we're receiving the curses. We're not receiving blessings. Okay, we're not receiving the manna. Okay, from heaven, we're receiving the curses. All right, so we are not prosperous. That's why our people. That's why our people are also known as let's see. Our people, this is why people we are well known as the basically in the gospel it goes in the gospel the Gentiles that's in the state of mind where they actually follow the ways of the heathens. They're known as a degenerate tree. Okay, a degenerate branch. Okay, unto the Lord. Because what they're not they're not keeping the commandments, the laws of the Lord. Okay, of the Lord, the BAHASHAM. So go to 1 Peter 4:17. Read, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?" Okay. So for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. Okay, what is the judgment? Okay. When you use the word judgment, this word right here, remember the word karma. Krima. Let me see.
Strong's G 2917. Krima.
So it's a Greek word meaning a decree, judgment, but we know that there's no such thing as karma, right? We know there's such thing as YAHAWASHI. So like karma is just like it's just like another, idol, okay, another false god. But there's a spirit out there. We know there's a spirit, that you know bring forth judgment, okay, which is YAHAWASHI. And decree judgment, and he used certain he used he bring forth judgment by using you know his his creation, his own creation, okay, you know. So 1 Peter 4:17, going back to the judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, okay, and then first begin at us. But should the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High, right? Because if this word was in the Old Testament, the word will be Mashapah, okay. So the Lord, He's bringing forth righteous judgment, okay, to those He gonna bring forth judgment, okay, to those that are not obeying His word, okay, to those that don't want to the wicked people that are stiff neck. But it first began at the house of the Most High, okay. What is the house of the Most High? Those that are following and obeying in the gospel, obeying the words of the Lord YAHAWASHI, that call on the name of the Lord YAHAWASHI. Okay. This is why we're suffering. Okay. Now this title right here shows you suffering. How much that we're suffering, right? We're being judged. Okay. Did not what's his name? Micah did not say that I suffered because I have sinned against the Lord YAHAWASHI. Okay. Because the Lord, He can bring forth righteous. All His judgment is righteous. 2 Corinthians 5. 2 Corinthians 5:10 for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he has done, whether it be good or bad. So we all gonna receive a judgment, right? Whether it be a good. So the judgment not necessarily meaning, when people think about judgment, think about, something that will something bad, basically. Judgment can be bad, right? But judgment can also be good, okay? In the sense of, a good judgment can be you receive a reward, you receive the crown of life, okay? You and a bad judgment could be what? It could be you're getting it can in a sense it cannot necessarily be bad, but it also in the sense of you could be called least in the kingdom of heaven, right? Scripture does speak about that, right? A good judgment could be a brother being called first in the kingdom of heaven, right? They have, you know, wicked Israelite that don't work in the other side, kingdom of heaven they're gonna be least, okay, you know. But in the kingdom of heaven, all Israelites, they gonna have one thing in common. They all gonna be righteous. They all gonna be righteous. They all gonna have a new body, a new mind. Okay. But again, one Israelite is gonna be over another Israelite. You have the 144,000. Okay. You have a government body of Israel that's gonna be over other Israelites. Okay. And I know in part one it kind of cut out a little bit, but um, you know the Cali fires, right? That's judgment from the Lord. Okay, that's judgment upon Babylon. Okay, you know, and expect more of that. Okay, expect more judgment onto Babylon. So I'm going to his second Ezra 15. Says I'll just read it since I'm Babylon. It says the fire is kindled and should not be put out till it consumes the foundation of the earth. Okay, the fire is kindled and it should not be put out till it consumes the foundation of the earth. Right. So it's not gonna be put out till it consumes the foundation of the earth. The fire refers to that thermonuclear fire. Okay, that ultimately is gonna burn. Babylon's great down to ashes. Okay, it's gonna be this is a fire. It's gonna purify the wickedness. Okay, it's gonna purify the earth. Okay, they're gonna cleanse the wickedness. They're gonna cleanse the earth back because the earth right now is out of course. Okay, it's not stable. Okay, it's not on a normal righteous setting. Okay, it's on a wicked setting. Right. So let's get down here to Second Ezra 16:18 reads, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand of fear, beginning evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Okay, because this is what coming upon the world, pains, mournings, famine, and death. Okay, wars, it's the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? This is what because Esdras, he's he's one of the prophets that are back. Okay, he's one of the prophets that are back. So, he's asking the Lord this question: what should he do when these evils should come? Right? And we know what we and the thing is, um, the Lord He gonna guide us, okay? Because the Lord He's the only one. He's the ultimate raiser of destruction. So you think He's not gonna protect His elect, okay? His men, the women that's been following Him sincerity and truth, that have been crying out for the bonus to be done in the midst of that have been calling for this judgment. Okay, the Lord He's gonna protect us. He's gonna guide us. He's gonna He gonna comfort us. Okay, behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, meaning what? In other words, for scourges are is judgment, okay, punishment for amendment, meaning what? For change, okay. And guess what? These Israelites out here, these wicked Israelites, they're not considering their ways. They're not considering the scourges. They're not considering the judgment, okay. So the Lord, he's just gonna put to death, be put to death. Okay, that's the only way that's gonna get Jake to change, if them being put to death. This is Obadiah 1:15 reads, For the day of the Lord is near upon the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done to thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head, right? Thy reward, what? Thy judgment, okay? Thy judgment. Remember, going back to 1 Peter 4:17, right? Everyone that, all flesh, should, whether it be good or bad, should receive a reward, should receive a judgment, okay? So the heathens, okay, the wicked ones, okay, those are outside the temple, okay, by default they're wicked. By default, they're wicked. They're because ultimately they're because the Lord he's a flesh unto. He's a flesh unto all the heathens, right? He's a power unto all flesh, right? Whether you're heathen, whether you're Israelite, the Lord, Lord YAHAWASHI, he created all things, okay? So in the eyes of the Lord, the heathens are, again, they're just, they're gonna receive a reward, and their reward gonna be what? Ultimately, slavery, okay? And the thermonuclear fire that's coming, okay? For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as those that had not been, right? They're going to drink of that judgment of the Lord, the cup of the Lord indignation, his anger, okay? But upon Mount Zion should be deliverance, and there should be holiness, and the house of Jacob should possess their possessions, right? This is why this year is called what? The year of our deliverance, and that this is the destruction and the judgment of Esau, okay? That's balance, okay, unto the Lord. The Lord, he going to bring forth judgment, okay, destruction upon the heathen. He going to bring forth deliverance upon his elect of the nation of Israel, okay? And we're going to possess the lands of the nations, okay? Ultimately, in the kingdom of heaven, the whole nation of Israel, we're going to possess this whole earth, okay? And the different galaxies far out, okay? All right. So I'm going to close it here by giving all praise to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, QADASH. All right, until next time, say shalom.